Welcome to another episode of DNC Sports. Today's Bible verse is coming out of Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. It says, "For where two or three gather in my name, there am I with them."
Mhm.
Community is important when it's walk of faith, guys. Make sure
Most
you pray
definitely.
together.
Family that pray together, stay together.
Yes,
Most definitely.
Today we're going to be diving into the LeBron James, Michael Jordan debate. We all know who the real GOAT is, but let's just get into it, man. Let's get right into it.
What even defines a real GOAT? Like what's your basis on what defines a
The
player?
greatest player of all time. Exactly what the definition is within
What
the
goes
word.
okay. So what's this what is it? Is it stats only? Is it rings? Is it longevity?
I mean,
Is it
everything plays a part.
okay.
Everything that you just
All right,
named.
nah, that's a bit. So go ahead.
So
Why
with
do
that
you
being said,
yeah.
if everything like that plays a part, LeBron James is the GOAT. I don't see any other longevity, stayed healthy. For his career,
Mhm.
he's averaged 27 points, 7.5 boards, and 7 assists for a career. A career that's lasted 22 seasons, by the way, and he's 40 years old.
Played a long time. I
So
understand.
I do understand 4 rings. That's two less than
Mm.
Michael, but his 4 rings, he did get Finals MVP each one. So anytime he gets there, he's there. And anytime he's played in the finals, we all know he's played some hell of a teams.
I mean, this the finals. This is the best of the East and the best of the West. So you're supposed to play some tough teams in the NBA Finals, buddy. So I would say, in my defense, Michael Jordan is definitely the GOAT, mainly because every time he stepped on that court, I am hands down the best, the fastest, jump the highest, the best bucket. I'm gonna lock you down. I'm gonna get in your face. I'm gonna cook. And when he got to the finals, first of all, LeBron went to the finals so many times, lost, but every time Michael touched the finals for the 91 dub MVP, finals MVP, 92, another dub, finals MVP. Oh, 93 dub, finals MVP. He comes in and just
Who
goes
was Michael
sweeps it.
Jordan playing?
He goes in and
I mean,
sweeps
I'm
it.
not gonna act like Michael Jordan's era was trash or soft. We're not gonna do
We're
that.
not.
But let's not act like this era of basketball doesn't have the 3-point shot in it, and
Hey,
he's had to play some of the greatest 3-point shooters all on one team. And he
who's
had to
fault?
beat Dirk Nowitzki and that great Dallas team. That was a
You lost to Dirk
oh
Nowitzki.
wait. Did he ever win one against them?
He lost one and won one against Dirk. Dirk beat him.
That was
With
a
the
great
dream team,
team.
you have to go. I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach and go lose. You go swap, snake your hometown, and go lose your first finals.
But you just said Michael Jordan was one of a person that, you know what I'm saying, he's the fastest, jumps the high, this and that, and it shows that every single game he comes to play. So are you telling me that LeBron James, when he went to play, he didn't run like a gazelle and wasn't obviously the highest jumper and wasn't
He
the obvious
okay, yeah,
best
he
player on the
definitely
floor?
he was,
Okay.
and you should win finals because you're the best player on the floor.
Did you know statistically, LeBron James is the most clutch player to ever play the game?
Good for you.
He has more game winners than Michael Jordan. That's where Michael Jordan's supposed to be.
But Michael Jordan actually has game winners in finals, in the playoffs, in crazy games.
LeBron James doesn't have game winners in the playoffs.
In the
Gets the Toronto
playoffs,
Raptors off the glass
The
against the
playoffs,
Orlando
yeah.
Magic coming off the inbounds.
Name you hear the niggas you name it to? These weak ass teams, but LeBron, he was going through the East.
Hey, I think
at the weakest time
you
of
see
the
that right
East.
there? Yeah, I think he was like 37.
That's good for him. I ain't gonna lie. LeBron,
Come on now.
okay,
He's 40
longevity.
years old and he just windmilled with the left on somebody the other night. Bro literally
you.
had it in the right. Brought it to the left.
Nah, yeah,
Cradled down.
he nobody takes away he's a freak of nature, and it's crazy that he's still doing it to this day. Like, I do understand, like, that part of the GOAT status he does win.
And that's what makes him
longevity.
the GOAT right there. The longevity is what did it for me. Because I was the Michael Jordan GOAT. I mean, I
feel
thought he
you.
was the GOAT too.
But okay, so just because you've been on the court longer, that means you should have at least the same amount of rings as me. You should at least have the same amount of MVPs as me.
I mean, but
You
they
have
also,
less MVPs, less rings, less scoring titles. Let's not bring up the fact that Michael Jordan led the league in scoring 10 times.
if we're talking about just the OD bucket, Michael Jordan was an OD bucket, probably the most OD bucket we've ever seen. He's gonna shoot it 40 times. He wants to shoot it every time up the court, and he was a bucket. Now that I will give you.
Yeah.
That's Michael Jordan. But when it just comes to let's win, I'm gonna get my team better, and we're gonna get a bucket too. And I'm gonna be the biggest, fastest, smartest player on the court too. I mean, his IQ is through the roof. We know this, dude.
We do, but you think Michael Jordan
But
didn't
let's
have an
not
IQ?
act like they were playing different people, bro. If Michael Jordan had to play Steph Curry in them, yeah, I don't think he would have came
He
out
would've
unscathed.
cooked.
He
'Cause
would have
Michael
played
Jo-
well, but he wouldn't have
If
came out
Michael Jordan would
unscathed,
end
bro.
up
He would
going to
definitely.
begin, bro, Michael Jordan probably would have been hitting threes at a higher clip. He would have adapted to the game. If he needed to hit a three,
Yes,
Michael Jordan
I
got to
agree.
hitting threes.
He would have adapted to the game. Sure, Michael Jordan could shoot the basketball, so I'm not saying that he wouldn't adapt and been
LeBron
able
can't
to
shoot the basketball like Mike.
All right.
But I would say also, but you just said when he gets to winning and make your team better, Michael Jordan won. He won at the highest level. So it's like more than you. That's like
He won at the
if
highest
you're the
level,
better. Okay, first of all, you went to other teams to get better talent around you, and you still are losing finals.
Don't
That's
please don't
basically saying
forget
you
about.
could put-
Please do not forget about 2018 LeBron. Bro was playing with Kevin Love and them. Bro was literally coming out on the court like that and carried them
Kevin
boy.
Love and who? Kyrie Irving.
The 2018 team.
When they lost, they
Did
ain't
he have
win without
Kyrie with
Kyrie.
him?
Of course, he had Kyrie with him. Anytime he won that mug,
Okay.
yes, Kyrie was
A
with him.
lot of people got Kyrie. Are they winning championships? Are they winning championships?
No, they died.
Is Luka winning championships?
He's not. He just went to the finals.
Okay. Well, when KD had Kyrie, did they win a championship?
They didn't have. They didn't play with each other that long.
But when Bron comes to play,
KD
it's a
and
whole
Kyrie
different.
didn't even touch the court with each other. They had James Harden too. Like, bro,
Yes,
did you say that about
that's
Kevin
what I'm
Durant?
saying. So they had 3 superstars and it didn't work, but all he needed was Bron. This is the year. No, there is no Kyrie Irving out there. This is the year I'm talking about.
And they lost. This is highlights, nigga.
Bro, they won this. They won
Without
this.
Kyrie Irving, they
Yes.
did not win.
Yes, they did.
Oh
Yes,
my
they did.
gosh.
Yes, they did.
They won.
Hopefully, I'm
Kevin
not wrong.
Durant's on the.
Hopefully, I'm not wrong. Because
Did
if I
he
am
never
wrong, I'm
beat
feeling
Kevin
crazy.
Durant? You see Kevin Durant in the
But
highlight.
he did. That was the finals.
He
they
never beat
won.
Kevin Durant. Stop it. Stop it. When Kevin Durant was on the Warriors, he lost. He won that year when Draymond Green and stuff was getting
What
ejected.
year did LeBron James win the
God.
championship?
Man, I don't even know it. Hey, 6 rings from Michael Jordan, 6 Finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, 5-time defense player of the year. And it's like, bro.
That just goes to show that
And
the
LeBron played
competition
all
level
these
was
extra.
completely
LeBron
different.
played all these extra years and just now passing him up in points.
If Michael
And
Jordan was
played-
the GOAT, if he really was the greatest of all time and was really stamped this day and we knew that and was solidified that, that's the off the glass in the playoffs, by the way. As you said, he's not clutch.
the
Off the
Toronto
glass.
Raptors. Who's on that team? Kyle Lowry was their best player.
This nigga just
Get
said
outta here.
Kyle Lowry was their best
That
player
year,
on
yes.
the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar
DeMar DeRozan ain't nothing special either. You making this don't kind of
Bro, they had a full team. They
Oh,
had that
Siakam.
Pascal Siakam. They had Fred VanVleet. What are you talking about?
You over here hyping up.
Valanciunas. That was a good team.
LeBron coasted through the East to the playoffs every year. If he was in the West, he would have been getting bounced. Them years. Because Curry and
Nigga,
Russell Westbrook
I'm
and
not even
Kevin
gonna lie,
Durant
bro.
on the West.
I'm gonna leave it at this. Michael Jordan couldn't even go left.
And
that's
LeBron,
true.
LeBron barely could go left, brother.
Whatever.
LeBron could barely go left, but if we really go just go ahead and squash it, bro, like you can't just we got to go to main screen on this, but like you can't really just say LeBron's the best. Of course you had longevity and stuff like that, but you at the end of the day gotta win in basketball. We judge you par your
And
winning.
he has.
But he's lost so much more too.
Yes, it's a better
Okay,
league.
just
True or
'cause
false? Is it a better league?
Always been a
Is
good
it a
league.
better league?
It's always
Is
been
it a better
good
league than it was in the 80s and 90s, though?
in that time of in that era
Michael
of
Jordan, don't
in
act
that
like
era
Michael
of
Jordan didn't get to
basketball-
play in the 2000s and what happened. I don't
in
care
that
what
era
team he was
of
on.
basketball,
He was a
that was
loser.
the best basketball that they had to offer. In this era of basketball, after seeing all these previous eras, this is the best basketball
Bro,
we
even
have
a
to
player
offer.
as simple as like Trey Young, if he would have played in Michael Jordan's era, he would have been known as one of the GOATs.
Trey Young would have got his shit mashed off the glass every single time. He would have got bullied because guess what? There's hand checking. You could literally elbow
Why do you
Michael
think
Jordan.
guys? Why do you think
Bro.
guys can't play physical? Why do you think guys aren't strong?
You
and
saying
fast
Trey
and-
Young gonna be playing physical out
Yes,
there?
Trey
No, he's
Young
not.
can hoop.
He's gonna get bullied. He's a
Okay.
little boy.
Okay.
Little boys like that couldn't last. You're not gonna be dribbling the ball. You're not gonna be, bro. Michael Jordan had to go get away.
Muggsy Bogues played in this league that he's talking about. He was 5'3" and played very well and had good number. His nigga said Muggsy Bogues was swole.
He was.
Hey,
With
and
bounce.
that's where we can end it.
Muggsy Bogues was weak.
Muggsy Bogues
Was he scrawny? Was he weak?
Listen, if Muggsy Bogues can play and play well, you're telling me Trae Young can't though?
No, because he's gonna get bullied. I'm telling you that.
This guy's an idiot.
I mean, no, you're an idiot because you really think with that type of physicality back then, Michael Jordan wasn't winning finals because Isaiah Thomas and them are really bruising this man up. You think Isaiah Thomas would have let him go? Let him just walk around, dribble around, do all the extra stuff? No. You think Gary Payton would have just let Trae Young walk around, do that? No, he'd have been getting clamped up.
Trae Young would have averaged 35 and 10
in today's league because the league is, no, because you also got to understand the evolution of the refereeing in basketball as well. It's geared toward the offensive player. You can't touch them. You can't even land in their landing space.
If anybody watches this video, please put in the comments below if you feel like Trae Young would have got clamped up in the 80s and 90s.
Please do.
Please, I would love to hear it. Trae Young is averaging 26 for his career, by the way.
All right. But it's, like I said, if he's going back and playing that type of defense, you're not going to be scared to play Trae Young up 94 feet. You're not going to be scared of that because you can't. I could put 2 hands on you.
This is so blasphemous. Just cut the video.
No, it's not. No.
Just
you're wilding, bro. You're wilding because you're not even naming. Hey, you're not even naming real. You're not even naming real stats and real things. You're talking about.
All right, what do you want to hear? He's beating him. Okay. LeBron James has Michael Jordan in these categories. If you want me to go down just the list, let me finish. Longevity, health, stats, all-time scoring, all-time assists, all-time rebounds. Everything. Let's just go ahead and say everything. Just go ahead and say everything. Guys, he's been in the league 22 years. He's so good and solidified and loved as the GOAT. He has 2 sons who can barely hoop. One has made it to the league because of his last name. Michael Jordan had sons who played college basketball, but he did not have the pull to get them to the league. Because you know why? He's a GOAT, but he's not the GOAT. LeBron James is a real-life GOAT. His sons league because LeBron James was that great. He has 40,000 points. He's number 1. Number 1. Not 2, not 3, not 5. 1.
All right, bro. You may have him in stats. I understand, yes. You go have more rebounds. You're 6'8". You're going to have more assists because you pass the ball more. That's what you want to do with your career.
Don't say pass the ball more. Okay, go ahead.
You want to do with your career. All right, good for you. Fine and dandy. Michael Jordan said, I'm going to be the best player on the court. I'm going to literally will my team to victory. I'm not going to depend on nobody else on this court but me, and I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to average. He was a 10-time scoring title leader. He left and played baseball, came back, and won 3 titles. Like, bro, what are you saying? Michael Jordan is... To get a 3-peat, first of all, is crazy.
He was OD.
To get back-to-back 3-peats is wild. LeBron James couldn't in his dreams think about that. And LeBron lost so many times in the finals. And LeBron has had so many losing seasons. When Jordan, that man has been a winner. And they also played in different eras, I understand. Michael Jordan played in a more physical era. To where, yes, it's going to be hard to get a bucket. Anybody that watched basketball back then, you know, it's going to be 10 times harder to get a bucket back then than to now. Everybody calls this a cupcake league. It definitely is a cupcake league. That's why whatever that case may be. He's getting wins. He has more finals MVPs, has more MVPs, and he's been a greater player in his time. When he's on a court, he's the greatest player.
Had Paul George played in the 80s and 90s with Michael Jordan, he probably would have went down as a greater player.
Oh my God.
Like, if when
Michael
you really think about it,
Michael Jordan played in this
guy
year,
that's super skilled that can shoot threes.
The league, of course, yes, the league has changed.
Okay.
It's evolved. We know this. They shoot more threes.
I'm telling you, we would have scored on them too, bro. Them
I'm not saying you would have
like
scored.
These guys didn't grow up playing basketball.
All right,
all that the court is gonna happen.
Nobody
don't
saying
mean you can't use your off arm.
Nobody's saying you're not gonna score, but you're not saying, okay, if Hakeem Olajuwon come back to playing this day and age, he wouldn't average 50. Of course he would. He'll dominate. He'll
No, he
kill.
wouldn't. He wouldn't average 50. You talking about 50. No.
All right, dude.
He wouldn't average 40. Neither would
How
he
much
even.
would Paul George average back then?
Paul George would definitely average about 33
15.
points.
33 points is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, nah.
15, you said?
All
Are
right,
you
come
on drugs?
Come on. All right. I ain't
about?
go. All right. We argue about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. If you go off winning, the game is based off winning. LeBron been to the finals a million times. You should have been the GOAT. But you haven't. You're losing finals. You're losing this. You're losing a lot.
Yes.
Going there and losing is not cool. Steph Curry could be considered a greater player than him because he literally won more than him. Like, bro, you're getting stopped by a light skin. But I ain't go, all right, whatever. I'm just saying, if you're going off winning, it's about winning. That's really what I come down to. If you don't have the rings, you don't have the accolades, you can have, I played this many years. Cool. You're a great player, but you're not the greatest of all time because you didn't do it in the winning aspect. You're one of the greats because you literally did all that in the third statistically, but you're not number one. That's all I'm saying. You can't take number one if you're not winning. If you get 2 more chips, there you go, buddy.
Look, you guys,
Yes,
y'all
sir.
make sure, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, please. Please comment.
Please.
Please
Oh,
comment.
geez.
Because y'all
Where y'all
heard
at?
this conversation.
I'm gonna need y'all because these young kids, they really,
Gen Z, stand up, because, hey.
they only know LeBron.
He's
But
been in the league
man,
22 years, still dunking on people.
that's good for him. You're number 2, buddy.